How's it going, everyone? It is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. This is the video for today. I gave two picks yesterday, FSLR long, UNP short, both day trades. We are going to review how they went, and then we're going to get into the market for today. This should be a shorter video because there's not really too much going on today. Really waiting for some pending news coming out tomorrow. So, when I called out FSLR, it was around 11:45. Stock had been grinding up and made a new high of the day as the market is going lower. So I didn't take FSLR personally, but if you took the trade here, a lot of traders took it. I think somewhere when SPY starts to find support, this 12:10, 12:15 candle, that's an excellent entry point for the stock, as it's completely ignoring the market, and you can ride this up until it hits a little bit of horizontal support at around 210, 2,950. So certainly a nice $2 in that trade over there. FSLR, very nice win. UNP. So UNP, very weak post-earnings move. Or actually, I'm not even sure if it's post-earnings. Let me check. Nope, just like a very heavy move, most likely some news. And we got this long red candle. We're testing support multiple times, forming lower highs, and then we get the break over here. So I took UNP at 2. It was a little early relative to the 1 OP cross. We hadn't quite crossed at 2, but we were just about to cross. Stock came back on this breakthrough, came back, retested this level, and then when we got that SPY tailwind, we continued downwards. And I actually sold into strength here at 234.75, and ended up having some nice timing here. But even if you didn't have the nice timing, you didn't have to panic. I'm going to get through a couple of scenarios for UNP. So took it here. 235.29 was about my entry. I knew this had to produce in a couple of bars, ideally within 1 to 3 bars, but usually will produce within about 30 to 40 minutes. So we got this production right here on the 235 bar. We got some nice follow through on the stock. And I sold it to strength because I noticed that this stock kind of had these pops, right? To test support, pause for a bit, and then had a massive pop up higher. So I was kind of wary of these pops. I figured I'd sell into strength or at least scale out partially. So at 3, you can see here how the market, by the way, is in a bullish trend, a very weak bullish trend. This is a stronger move up, and this is a decent move up, and this is a weaker move down. Stronger move up, weaker move down, and then we get a okayish move up at the end. So we had a slight bearish trend, so I was going against the market tailwind. Or sorry, I had a market headwind in terms of shorts, and I took this 1 OP cross at 3. So this is coming into play. We're about to cross here, so I scaled out of the position when I saw a little bit of this hammer, and I avoided it here. Now, if you didn't, you said I'm going to wait until I see some sign of support or support in this case. You don't panic on this green solo. It's right at your entry point. Even if you do panic, you still scratch out of the trade. Stock holds, but then it wasn't really unable to advance much past this. Comes down below. You have another point to exit out of the trade. And what's happening over here? So this is 330 in the stock. Here is 330 in the market. Market's looking pretty strong. This bullish cycle is producing. You'd want to get out of this trade. So get out of the trade here. You have time to get out of the trade, but you're never in a losing position. You're always sort of you're always either at least able to scratch out of the trade or take the win. So UNP, another very nice win. Both 2 nice day trading wins. So I'm just marking that in my log so we can review this at the end of the month. Okay, what's going on today? So you can see we have some absolute garbage price action on the daily chart. Nothing is really changing. We're just hogging this high of the day here. Volume is very low. We're waiting for these major news releases to come out. And this is namely NVIDIA earnings. So that's the main story today. We have the FOMC minutes coming up in about 15 minutes here. So another one to keep an eye on. What can we do here? I would personally err on the side of not trading. Our long-term market bias, technically and fundamentally, no changes here. Short-term, also no changes. M5 is was pretty neutral. I'd say it's looking mildly bearish right now. Maybe some profit taking before NVIDIA earnings, but I'm not crazy about taking any trades in this market. There are some very nice trading opportunities, but in my opinion, you would have had to get them earlier in the day when we had some sort of bullish tailwind. Later in the day, I don't feel comfortable entering these trades, although I can certainly ride them if I had entered earlier. So FSLR is a great example. Really strong stock and just grind it up higher the entire day. Ignore the market on the move up here. So if you entered somewhere closer to 1055, you could ride this up. As long as it continues to ignore the market, you can stick with the stock. Excellent price action, excellent volatility, excellent trend strength. Another one that was called out as well was Starbucks. Also grinding higher, really tight price action, very, very nice. mRNA was looking pretty good early in the day, and this sort of pitter-pattered out. So you can see you never have any sort of major concern in terms of the stock moving against you because the trend strength is so strong. It holds these gains during the SPY bearish cycle. Let's see what else we got over here. So HPQ is one of these. TXN is one I liked a decent amount. I like how it's testing this level a couple of times, but it looks like it's lost some of its luster in the past couple of days. XP, it was looking pretty decent. I took a tiny one earlier today. So there are some opportunities, but I'm personally not going to give any recommendations for two reasons. One, we have the FOMC minutes, so it's going to cause a little bit of volatility, and then it settles down. After it settles down, there's just not a lot of late day setups that's going to come into play at this point. I think the best setups kind of happen earlier in the day. So unless you took those setups earlier in the day, there's just not a lot of opportunity. I think the risk reward is pretty poor, and the read on the market is also not very great. It's just doing a bit of tomfoolery, you could say. So no pick for today. I try to give a pick every day, but I just think in this specific scenario, there's no swing trades I want to recommend. I want to wait for the news. There's no day trades I really want to recommend here in terms of getting a great entry point. So just wait for this to die down, and we will take some look at some trades tomorrow. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we will see what happens in the market on Thursday. I'm believing there should be some nice movement given the earnings. So hopefully we get some nice movement, and all the trades you didn't take today in these low probability environments, you can take much higher probability environment trades in the market tomorrow if that sets up. All right, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone.